Breaking news, the Chicago Bears have made another trade for an offensive lineman, getting Joe Thuney, three-time Super Bowl champ, I believe, four-time All-Pro, stud offensive guard who can play left tackle in a pinch. What a swing for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. You're watching Bears Now by Chat Sports. My name is Harrison Graham. I literally had the car packed up to take my son to daycare, and I got hit with the notification, so unpacked some things, came back inside, got some things ready to go, and here to bring you this breaking news video. This is why you subscribe to the channel, because when breaking news hits, we got you covered with content. We're going to be going live from the Chat Sports studios probably in about an hour and a half or so. I still have to take my son to daycare, but I had to hit you guys with this breaking news real quick first. So give you guys my instant reaction, and then by then we'll have more information. We do know the trade compensation. The Bears are sending the Chiefs a 2026 fourth-round pick in return for Joe Thuney, who's got 1 year left on his current deal. There's whispers that he could get an extension. He turns 33 in November, so not the youngest guy, but he's still playing at a very high level. I mean, he played at a all-pro caliber guard level last season, selflessly kicked out to left tackle when the Chiefs were having issues there, played well there until really the Super Bowl when that Eagles defensive line just overwhelmed Kansas City, but he's not a left tackle. He's a guard, and that is where he is going to play, but it's nice to have that positional versatility in case disaster strikes and you need him to kick out there. I just love the move, and I love the aggressiveness, and it's calculated aggression, right? Fourth round pick next year, sixth round pick for Jonah Jackson yesterday. You know what this tells me? This tells me that the Bears don't love the free agent options. I think they were all in on Trey Smith, and when he went back to the Chiefs, and I did have this thought, I wondered if the Chiefs prioritized Trey Smith, something has to give. Could they trade Joe Thuney? And that is what is happening here. Yeah, he's a little bit older, but I think he's a guard the way he plays. I'd be comfortable giving him a 2-year extension, and then you have him for 3 years. If Joe Thuney plays at a high level for 2 even years, but hell, 3, that's more than worth a fourth-round pick, in my opinion. And look, you have to respect that they are turning every stone to protect Caleb Williams and improve this offensive line. Like, that's what they are doing. They're saying, you know what? Trey Smith is off the market. I don't love the idea of signing Willie Fries coming off a broken tibia. Tevin Jenkins, we like the player. He can't stay healthy. Aaron Banks, I don't think that's going to cut it. We're going to go get Jonah Jackson, a guy that Ben Johnson is very familiar with, feels comfortable with, to plug into this offensive line. And then we're going to go get Joe Thuney, one of the best, if not the best guard of his generation. Certainly a top 5 guy when fully right. So I respect the move. And look, sometimes you swing and it doesn't work. Sometimes you swing and it hits. Sometimes it's a mixed bag, but I don't see how you could be against this if you're a Bears fan. What have we been saying for years? The offensive line sucks. You just got arguably the best guard in football over the last 5 or 6 years. And even though he's 32, I would say still a top 5 guy. He's that good. What is your one-word reaction to the Joe Thuney trade? Let me know down in the comments section below. Okay, now we need to discuss where are these guys going to play? Because both Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson have primarily played left guard in their careers. Now, I think Thuney is good enough. I mean, like I said, he's played left tackle for Christ's sake on multiple occasions to help his team out. He could certainly do that, but you're not trading for him to play left tackle. The question is, do you play him at right guard or do you play Jonah Jackson at right guard? I would play Joe Thuney where he feels like he's his best. And to me, this is how I view it. Which of your tackles is weaker? Left tackle right now, Braxton Jones. I am playing Joe Thuney at left tackle, or left guard, because he can help out your left tackle. I am moving Jonah Jackson to right guard, and then now all I need is a center. That is what I'm doing. Now, an interesting idea, and I don't think I would do this because he didn't play that well in limited snaps there, but Jonah Jackson did get a few snaps at center last year for the Rams. Do you experiment with that? Ben Johnson in Detroit had Frank Ragnow, who's a big center. Do you try that with Jonah Jackson, a big mauler? I'm not, I wouldn't rule it out, but to me, I would like a guy who has played the position, or even if it's a rookie out of college. Gray Zabel being the one exception. I think he's smart enough he could step in and do it right away. Play center out of North Dakota State. but the Jackson thing, that feels a little bit risky to me. But it'll be very interesting to see. And my phone is blowing up, making sure I'm not missing anything here. Nothing here. We're good. It'll be interesting to see where these guys plug in. And it'll also be interesting to see what they do at center now. Does this take them out of the Drew Dahlman sweepstakes? Because right now, Jonah Jackson counts for $11.8 million against the cap this year. That brought the Bears down to about $67 million. Joe Thuney costs about $16 million against the cap. That gets you down to $51. Now, you could certainly still sign Drew Dahlman even to a big contract. But do you try to go draft there? Do you bring back Coleman Shelton for cheap to just kind of be a placeholder and then sign or draft somebody? It'll be interesting to see the route they go at center. I wouldn't rule them out of the Drew Dahlman sweepstakes, but I do wonder if they'll have like a price tag, right, that they're not willing to cross. It'll be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting to see which way they go. But here's the thing. If they feel really good about both these guards, and to me, there's no hesitation, at least in the short term on Joe Thuney, you feel really good about that one. Jonah Jackson, we'll see. Obviously didn't play that well last year, has been a little banged up. You know, that's a little more of a wild card, which is why that one cost you a 6th round pick, not a 4th. But if both those guys they feel good about, then you don't need an all-pro center. If both your guards are studs, you just need someone solid who can help set the protections. That's what you need. So maybe you go Ryan Kelly, veteran from Indianapolis, cheaper option, 1 to 2 year deal, draft somebody who could be his replacement. That is something you could do if you are the Chicago Bears. So that'll certainly be an interesting route to see if they go down that path. Do you go after a Josh Myers from Green Bay? He's a little bit of a bigger center. He's 6'5", about 310. So maybe he's an option that Ben Johnson feels like could plug into this offense. It's just interesting because, you know, I'm glad they did this because I have been so nervous about the idea of Will Fries and or Mekhi Becton. Both have a lot of potential. Becton played a fully healthy season for the Eagles this year, played really well. He also has the best O-line coach in the league and is playing in the best offensive line in the league. And before that, he couldn't stay healthy and was considered a bust. That felt risky to hand out a big contract for that. And then Will Fries, I mentioned it on several shows. Yes, in 5 games last year, he had awesome tape. 5 games. Year before a full season, he was average. Year before that, wasn't even a starter, played 9 games, was average at best. So, like, you're going to pay that guy big money? Again, this is identification by the Bears saying, you know what? I don't like this guard market. Let's go get people we like, even if it costs us a couple day 3 draft picks. Like, if Joe Thuney, if the Chiefs wanted 39 or 41, yeah, you're not doing that. I had the thought I'd offer 72 for Thuney, and you get him for a future 4th. I mean, that is, to me, that is excellent value for the Bears. Even at this stage in his career, I still think you can get 3 good years out of Thuney. Like, if I'm the Bears, I'm offering Thuney a 2-year extension. I don't know, for, you know, I'd probably start 2 for 30, but I'd be willing to probably go 2 for 40. He's that good. Like, he's that good of a player. Even at this stage in his NFL career. So give us more thoughts in the comments below. Let us know who is going to be the starting center for the Chicago Bears next season. Give us your thoughts on that in the comment section right now. Joe Thuney, welcome to the Chicago Bears. Jonah Jackson, welcome to the Chicago Bears. Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson, round of applause to those 2 gentlemen. They clearly are on the same page, understanding that you have to improve the offensive line. You get one of the best guards of this generation. You get a guy that Ben Johnson's very familiar with and has played at a high level in this league before. You plug those 2 guys in at guard, and now you have center and potentially left tackle as positions you would like to fill or at least add competition for the left tackle side. But other than that, you're in a pretty good position. All right, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button if you love this video. Again, we're going to be live on the channel, I don't know, 10:30. So stay tuned for that. That being Central Time. Got to drop my kid off at daycare. But, man, I'm pretty fired up. It's not even free agency yet. Bear down, baby.